What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see probably by the thumbnail and by the title of the video, this is going to be one hell of a video, guys. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time now. Just haven't had the time to put a video like this together, but this is going to be the Paladins ranked rant. Before I do get into this though, please let me know if you guys want more videos like this in the future by leaving a like. If you're new, subscribing. If this is your first time seeing my channel or any type of stuff on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out, and share the video. Honestly, all the support on the channel recently has been absolutely insane, and I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. It means so much. We got the Paladins Radiant Stars tier list going to be coming out next week. I'm going to be recording that. There's going to be a huge, probably like an hour-long video on that if you guys want that. Smite has a new patch, the patch after mid-season, going to be going up. Depending when you guys see this video, it'll probably already even be on the channel, but that's going to be going up on the channel hopefully tomorrow on when I'm recording this. But we're going to get right into this. There's a lot I want to talk about. The Paladins is probably one of the worst ranked experiences you'll probably have out of any FPS shooter or pretty much any game in general. The only game I've ever played that had a worst ranked experience, which is not even no longer in the game, was a shitty game back in 2015 called Fistful of Frags, a old Western FPS shooter, which since it's a long dead game, I don't even think it exists anymore. But that's the only other time I think a ranked experience has been worse than I've had with Paladins, and still continue to have with Paladins. Like the rank system in Paladins, if you guys didn't know, it's pretty much a rank system based off TP or Triumph points. Each section, Platinum, Gold, Diamond, etc., has 5 different divisions, all the way from 1 down to 5 per rank. You gain and lose TP based on matches, winning or losing matches. Very simple. There's also an internal, pretty much like an internal skill-based thing called ELO, which is kind of invisible to the player, but it's pretty much a thing that the system internally based your playstyle and pretty much your overall, I wouldn't really say playstyle, but your viability and where it really puts you based on how you play and how many win streaks, and pretty much like a number of things. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail because honestly I really don't know myself, but it's pretty much based on wins and losses and where the system internally thinks you should be placed and ranked. That's pretty much the gist of ranked. There's not really too much to it. One other thing, each season is a year long. I'm probably going to talk about it at the end of the video, but each season for ranked, it should be a max of 6 months. Why do we need a 1 year season for ranked? I honestly don't know. You don't see any other FPS game ever having a 1 year ranked season, and we should not be having it in Paladins either. I think that's one thing that really holds ranked back in this game. Probably the first thing that I'm going to really be talking about is the bad ranked requirements for new players. This really frustrates a lot of the more veteran players and a lot of the more seasoned players, especially getting these types of new players in their ranked games on like placement day or like other, like with the shitty matchmaking, having them on their team towards like new season and new splits. The ranked requirements in this game should be increased like tenfold. Having 12 champions only being able to unlock no matter what class, damage, support, tank, or flank. Doesn't matter. You just have to have 12 champions unlocked to be able to go in ranked, and I think be above level 15. I think it's either 15 or 20. If it were me and I was one of the devs in this game, I would actually increase it to 35 champions, and you'd have to have like at least 5 per role unlocked before you can even hop into ranked, and have a count level of at least like level 30 or level 40. Like, you should not be able to play ranked, especially if you're that new to the game. I know there's some other FPS shooter games that really don't have even any requirements for the ranked, but that makes them a lot better just because their matchmaking isn't shit and garbage to begin with. Another thing, if you're playing ranked in this game, you're gonna be experiencing a lot of issues. I don't know if these will ever get fixed. They probably never will, but server lag, FPS drops, random DCs of your teammates, even yourself once in a while. I know it's common on Switch. If you don't reset every 3 games, you'll end up crashing during your ranked games if you're playing ranked or any type of mode. But mainly server lag, and when the servers are absolutely on fire, which is very, very common. The servers in this game are fucking garbage. They don't do anything to maintain the servers, and when they do, they don't give you any update on how long the downtime will be, and when the downtime will be. They'll just randomly do it, and you'll randomly get DC'd from your games, and you'll find out, oh, I guess they're doing maintenance now out of the blue. Okay. But other thing, you're going to be getting a lot of lag and FPS drops, especially on patch days where there's a new patch and everybody's doing their placements and everybody's hopping onto ranked to get like their gold chest, or if there's like a new skin at the beginning of the season. That's when ranked really suffers. You're going to be having a lot of lag, a lot of stuff, and most of the time it's not even yourself, especially if you have like insane internet and stuff like that. For yourself, it's not going to be yourself. It's usually more than likely the servers and the game itself, just because of so much high traffic during patch days and during the beginning of new seasons and new splits. It's usually for the first 1 to 5 days. After that, it usually gets a little bit better, but it usually just depends on how many players are playing the game at certain times and when you're playing the game. Very unpredictable. I think that actually, another thing too, you're going to be playing ranked, and almost, I'd say at least 50% of the games you're either going to win just because the opposite team had a bot on their team that did not come back to the game, or DC'd sometime during the game, costing the other team the game and allowing your team to win when you probably shouldn't even won the game, or you had a really good advantage just because they had a bot on their team. Or you're going to lose over half of your games because one of the teammates on your team, say your healer, one of your tanks, one of your DPS, DCs, turns into a bot and does not show up for the rest of the match, or won't be able to log in for a solid 3 minutes. By that time, you'll probably already lose first point, and you have a severe disadvantage, probably causing you to lose the game more than likely. It's so common. One thing I think they need to put into this game and need to implement is a pause button / surrender button. Have a pause button, at the beginning of the game. If somebody DCs and we know they're a bot, don't force us to play the game. Give us a 1-minute pause button to see if they can actually come back to the game. Or if they don't return after that, have the game automatically close and go back to the ranked lobby, finding a new player to replace the bot with the same players in the lobby that are still there. That way, nobody has to lose TP, and nobody has to waste their time in a game that they're more than likely going to lose if they have a bot on their team. Simple solution. A lot of the stuff that would really help, honestly. I think that devs just honestly is too lazy to put that in the game, because a lot of the other games, a lot of other FPS shooters have something like that, where if somebody DCs at the beginning of the game will automatically close, or it will not deduct TP for a win or a loss for either both teams. You can still play the game, and without a player on your team and having a bot, but it just won't reduce any of your competitive points or your TP or whatever type of points you have for that game. Next thing is going to be the matchmaking. Matchmaking in this game is probably one of the worst matchmakings probably out of all the games I've played. Honestly, the matchmaking in this game is fucking garbage. I did a little bit of an experiment, which you guys will see here in about a minute. I went into 3 random ranked games over this weekend, and I took notes, and I actually screenshotted my entire teams, which I'll talk about here in about 20 seconds. Just to see what the matchmaking would give me, being a low Diamond 4 player and then dropping to Diamond 5 after I lose the 2 first games. But you guys are going to see that right now. Now, I did a little experiment. Basically, this was a couple days ago. I randomly hopped onto Ranked just to prove a point for you guys, and mainly for this video. I did 3 games, and I wanted to see how the matchmaking would be with me being in Diamond 4 and then dropping down to Diamond 5. I started out at Diamond 4 around about 20-something TP, and over those 3 games, I lost all 3 of these games, by the way. I dropped down to Diamond 5. So I'm just going to talk about these games. The ones with these pretty much team screenshot pictures, the ones with the line over are me, right? I'm the one that's Diamond 4 right here, the Tyra in Game 1. Game 2 is this one right here. I'm the Vivian in this game. And this last game was Game 3. I played Sky, and that's the game I dropped down to Diamond 5 after Game 2. This first game, I am Diamond 4. Let's look at our opponent's team real quick. Now, I'm not basing everything on rank. This is just to prove a point to you guys how fucking shitty the matchmaking in this game really is for ranked. especially being in like lower diamond. You'd think you'd get teams of like high plats and teams of diamonds, but no, we're over here getting put with teams of silvers and golds. I've even had games where I had bronze players and people that are still doing their placements in my games. I'm not 100% saying that rank alone is going to tell somebody's like skill level. I'm not saying that 100%, but judging by these games, I exactly know what happened from these games. I have it written down all over here. I took notes during these games as well, exactly what happened. Let's look at our opponent's team real quick. Gold Corvus, okay. 2 diamonds. They have a diamond 5 and a diamond 4. Meanwhile, my team, I'm the only diamond on there. They have a plat 5 and a plat 4. Let's look at my team. I have 2 diamond or 2 plat 1s. Okay, that's fine. A plat 3 and a silver 3. I wrote like I said, I wrote notes down. Let's see what happened this game. We lost this game because our Grover did not heal, constantly out of position, and our Strix got farmed by the Koga with a double pocket from the Corvus and a Genos. That's how I lost the game. We're going to move on to game 2, which is this game right here. I know there's going to be some people saying, well, you're Diamond 4, you're being paired with these players just because the matchmaking thinks you can carry the game. I don't know how you guys think somebody in Diamond 4 can carry a team of absolute retards. And that's putting it nicely, honestly. Like, how am I supposed to carry a team when I have no heals, a tank that probably doesn't stand on the point, like something like a team that gets constantly farmed, constantly out of position, doesn't know what they're doing. Like, I can carry the game to an extent. Like, all these games I did really well. Like, individually I did really well. I was positive in all these games, and I did exceptionally well in these games, and I still lost the games just because my team was absolute garbage. Here's game number 2. Let's look at my opponent's team real quick, which is the bottom team here. 3 platinums, all plat 3s and plat 4s, and a gold 3. Let's look at my team. 2 plat 2s, me at diamond 4 still. A silver 1, okay, and a gold 3. Let's look at my notes real quick. Like I said, I wrote notes down after all these games, after what exactly happened during the game. Khan kept 1v5ing the entire backline of the other team. Grok picked Maelstrom and did not heal the entire game. And our Moji and our Kinessa kept getting farmed by the Mave. There you go, guys. There you go. I also have here that I went 17-5, and the game was only about 10 minutes long. So, just to tell you guys, everybody else went negative in KDA. So, just to tell you guys, I'm doing well in these games, but my teams just aren't fucking doing anything. I have a tank in this game that was not standing on the point. No heals. We had a damaged Grok. 2 characters that was getting completely farmed by the opposite Mave. Let's hop into game 3, which is down here in the left corner. Let's take a look at our opponent's team real quick. 3 golds, 2 gold 1s, and a gold 3. And they got 2 platinums, a plat 5 and a plat 2. Let's look at my team right here. I'm the Sky in this game. We got 2 gold 1s. Okay, that's kind of balanced. A plat 5. Okay, it's a bit questionable. And then we have a silver 2. So how do we go from a plat 5 down to a silver 2? I'm going to look at my notes again real quick, just so I know exactly what happened. Like I said, I was sure to write notes after these games just for this part of the video, and this experiment. Inara did not stand on point, did not group up with team. Io did not heal, did not pick DR talent. Dredge got farmed by double support. Nobody chose Cauterize apart from me and Androxus. Okay, that's what happened this game, guys. That's pretty much what happened. Nobody bought Caught. The Nara was solo tanking, kept feeding. There you go. That's how we lost the game. I did not write my KDA down for this game, but I'm sure, like I said, usually all the games I still do exceptionally well, even if I'm on a shitty team most times. Unless it's like an absolute stomp and I can't like do anything. But being a Sky and going against 2 healers, I think I still did well this game from what I remember. I was probably, I think, the only one. Maybe I think the Androxus did decent as well. Apart from that, I think the rest of the team was negative KDA. But just a little bit of example for you guys. I'm not 100% saying that all this stuff is based off of pure matchmaking and that skill can be different based on your ranked. like rank even matters, honestly. But I just want to do a little experiment for you guys just to tell you how fucking bad the matchmaking in this game really is. I'm sure there's a lot of other stories and a lot of other shit that people are going to comment down below, but just a little experiment, not 100% saying that I'm going to base it off 3 games, but the majority of the time, even off screen and not even writing down in notes and not even taking screenshots of my team, matchmaking is so fucking awful. Why am I in low diamond, not being paired with diamonds? All these teams should at least be high plats and low diamonds, or at least diamond tier players. Put me with players that are in the same tier of ranked I am. Put me with players that are in diamond, or at the very least, put me with high platinum players. I should not be getting golds. I should not be going against golds. I want to go against players that are my skill level. And you don't see a lot of other FPS shooter games like being this bad with matchmaking. They put you against teams that are at least equal or slightly below your skill level most times, and that's usually how it is. It's a real problem in this game, apart from the matchmaking, because I think I've already talked to matchmaking to death. There's nothing else I can really say about it. Is the trolls, throwers, and the toxic players. I'm telling you guys right now, apart I think maybe from Smite, apart from like Smite and maybe another handful of games that I've been a part of, Paladins has one of the most toxic, at least like chats and maybe voice chats you'll ever find out of any ranked experience. Most of your games, you're going to have somebody being toxic, either the lobby or the end game chat, where you can type with your keyboard or whatever and say stuff in the chat. Or once in a while, you have somebody in VC enraging in VC, downgrading their players, talking shit to the players. You're going to have somebody being toxic in the VC, in the end game chat. You're going to have people that are salty that they lost, threatening to report people, threatening to get people doxxed. I've even had people tell me to kill myself for winning a game or playing a certain champion. You'll find it all in ranked in Paladins, guys. Like, if you want a really solid ranked experience, you like that type of stuff, then by all means, this ranked experience is for you. Now, mainly, I'm not 100% sure about PC because I only play on console, and the only thing I play on is Switch. Maybe it's different on PC, I have no idea, but this is just based on a console perspective. It's just as bad on console if it's the same on PC. Like, you're going to be getting a lot of that type of stuff in ranked. The sad thing is, you really can't do anything about it either, because if you do report somebody, most of the time the report doesn't even do anything. And the only thing you really need to do is, if it's like serious enough to the point where you need to like 100% send in a support ticket, more than likely they won't even do anything either. So you're pretty much either screwed either way. You kind of just have to deal with it or just play along, which usually you don't even do yourself. But most of the time I just ignore it. You have to have thick skin to play ranked. It comes with the game, it comes with the territory, especially if you're a great veteran player like myself, or if you're like a streamer or like a big YouTuber or somebody with like views or traction or something that's really popular. You're always going to get shit in ranked by somebody talking in the VC or typing in the chat, pre or post game chat. Last thing, how ranked needs to be changed going into season 4. Now we're mid season 3. We got about 5.5 months till season 4. Ranked needs to be entirely reworked. I'm telling you guys right now, ranked in this game needs to be 100% overhauled. Take everything they've done, burn it to the ground, and then give us something entirely new. Now, I'm going to be comparing a lot of this stuff to Overwatch, because Overwatch, I think, has a relatively solid rank system. The ELO in this game needs to go. Like, we should not be getting over here, getting minus 15 to like 17 TP for a loss, even though we've done insanely well in our ranked games. Make ranked more based off of individual player performance if you're in solo queue. I'm not saying if you're in a party, then you can just keep it the way it is. But if you're playing solo queue, you need to have ranked pretty much just be based off of individual player performance. Like, you shouldn't be over here getting minus 15 and minus 17 for a loss, even though you did insanely good. You went like 28 and like 5 with like Vivian, for example, or just completely just carried your team even though you still lost. It should be if you're playing solo queue based off of individual performance. You can still lose TP, but you only lose like 4 or 5 for a loss. Another thing I hate about the ELO, the ELO needs to be 100% reworked for this game. If you're on a losing streak, and you win and you end that losing streak, say you lose like 3 games in a row and then you get a win, you'll keep getting minus like 14 or 15, but if you get a win, a hard-fought victory usually, just to break a losing streak, you only get like maybe +6, +7 TP, and then the next game you'll lose and you'll be negative again. It makes no fucking sense and it needs to fucking go. That's another thing I hate about it. Which I think basing off individual performance for solo queue players, I think would be a huge change for that as well, which I think is something that would contribute to it. Also, another thing I think ranked needs to be changed is the ability to pretty much just like stack with people. Like right now, you can only stack with, I think it's 1 person if you're a diamond player. So you can only duo if you're a diamond. You can duo with plat down to plat 5 players. You're only able to duo with 1 person if you're a diamond player. How's about we change the ranked for season 4 and base it off of a rating system similar to Overwatch? Get rid of the TP system and give us a rating system so we have a certain range to be in and we're allowed to even 5 stack with players that are in a certain range. Ranked is supposed to be fun. Not being being a diamond player makes ranked unfun. Like honestly, sometimes I actually rather be platinum so I can actually be able to 3, 4, 5 stack with my friends and actually have fun in ranked. Don't get me wrong, being able to duo in diamond is still a huge advantage. Don't get me wrong, but being able to have a 3 or 4 stack makes the game way more fun, especially in ranked, being able to queue with your friends. I think changing TP and scrapping TP entirely for season 4 is one thing that they really need to do, and base it off like a rating system similar to Overwatch. I'm not saying it has to be like the exact same thing, but have it like a rating system and have it within a certain range for like a certain tier. For like diamonds, they have it like within like 2,500 to like 3,100 or something, just for example. And then being able to queue with players within a certain range allows you to queue with more players. Say if they're like in a certain range, see if like all the players are within like 200 or 300 of each other, then they're still able to 5 stack, even though one of them's gold and one of them's like high diamond and whatever. Having the ability to queue with players and being able to 5 stack in more diverse ranks, I think would make ranked a lot more fun and a lot more diverse. It would lead to a lot more competitive matches, in my honest opinion. Another thing, like I said, based off player performance, if you're solo queuing, losing rating or like CP, like competitive points, if you want to replace TP with that, having it based off an individual performance, if you're playing solo queue, I think would be a huge step in the right direction, like I already talked about. Apart from that, I don't know if you guys have more ideas to how to make rank better for season 4. All I pretty much really do know is that it needs to be 100% burned down to the ground and rebuilt, because ranked right now is fucking garbage. The TP system, the whole having 5 tiers in a certain rank system needs to go. You can still have divisions, you can still have certain ranks, but the overall foundation needs to absolutely go if they actually want to make rank better in this game. Apart from that, I'm not really hating on the game. I do enjoy ranked most of the time, especially if I'm in a party, if I'm playing with my friends. Solo queue is most of the time absolutely dreadful. Even if I do frag by myself, losing games just because of your team, or having a thrower, or having a troll, or a bot, or lagging out of the game, or like all this other random shit really makes ranked unfun, and that's one of the reasons why I'm really doing this video. If you guys have any ranked experiences you want to throw in the comment section down below, anything to add that I did not go over in this video. If you guys did enjoy and you guys want me to continue doing these types of videos, let me know by leaving a like. Subscribing if you are new and sharing the video really helps me out and really continues making me want to do these types of videos and make videos for you guys. Like I said, Paladins, Radiant Stars, tier list, bombshell of a video will be going out probably mid next week. Depending on when you guys are seeing this video, already did a Smite update show discussion video for tomorrow's update show. Apart from that, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.